Hi, I'm Moody, feeling Moody, and today is the full moon. This is a collective reading. Holy Spirit, angel guides, what do we, the collective, need to know today? This full moon is in the sign of Sagittarius. Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know right now into this full moon? Calm down, cooler heads prevail at this time. So right away, we're being made aware that under this full moon, tensions may be heightened. People may be provoked more aggressive, assertive, insensitive. I'm feeling all this energy. It's shadow energy in any shape, form, or fashion that can come at you right now. Spirit is saying calm down. Like, don't even allow it to take you outside of yourself. This is what you need to know right now. Calm down. Cooler heads prevail at this time. Full moon in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is in Uranus. Oof. Lots going on. Energy at this time. But Sagittarius. And this isn't a reading for Sag. It's just defining that energy. It's wand energy. It's about taking action, being assertive, going after what you want. So you could be the one that Spirit is saying you should be assertive. You should be aggressive, because there's a certain amount of that energy that's needed. But anything over is where things begin to turn negative. Or you may have people coming at you like that. But regardless of what energy you are around, Spirit is telling you, and regardless of what they're doing, you remain calm. Cooler heads prevail at this time. What else does the collective need to know? Spirit, yeah. Why? This is that energy that's trying to provoke you. It's based on jealousy and envy. It's an attack mode. It's not knowing who to trust around you. A lot of conflict, heightened emotions, like people are really feeling themselves. Those that are manipulative and controlling, it's at an all-time high. So you're going to see a lot of things. You may even experience them. Yes, but this exposure, when that occurs, calm down. Do not go up in arms. It's almost like the protesters around the world. State your opinion, but cooler heads prevail, because what good are you if you're arrested and thrown into jail? You need to remain on the street, part of. Okay. There you go. There you go. Right. And as you calm down, you begin to focus or refocus. That's another sign of Sagittarian energy. The ability to regain focus of the purpose, the objective, the mission at hand. So of course, mixed in, laced in with all of this aggressive, heightened, emotional, I mean, you've got the gamut coming after us. In any shape, form, or fashion, just be prepared for it. And when it appears, Spirit says calm down, remain cool, right? Don't let anybody take you outside of yourself at this time. Okay, Spirit. 9 of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. This is what happens when you remain cool, calm, and collective. You begin to regain your focus, your balanced, your level-headedness, bringing clarity. This is a very quick moving tide also, meaning a lot is mixed up under this full moon. We have all of that negative energy mixed with the positive, very combustive energy here. And that's why remaining balanced and stable and focused and unpenetrable is the word I'm hearing. Some of you, it may be thing after thing that appears. You know how sometimes when you wake up and one thing starts to go downhill and you don't quickly change that perspective, the next thing, it will seem like an avalanche, right, of things that start to spiral out of control. I felt like that recently too. But this is us nipping it in the bud as soon as it appears. You know, everything is a choice because we have free will. And so we can respond in like, or we could take our energy and redirect it. This is what you're being told. So in the future, I see the tide still tending to shift, us being 60% water. We are impacted by this full moon. And it's a lot of different energy that we're being told to just remain calm in the midst of whatever is going on today. Today into tonight. Yeah, it's like as we approach the middle of June, our objective is to be calm and remain focused under this strawberry full moon. Use your heart. Let your heart take the lead. And 9 times out of 10 with Taurus in Venus, its ruling planet, and Libra is at the center of this read, which is also ruled by Venus. It could concern love, could concern somebody you love, something that you love, something that you're passionate about, right? Something that matters to you. Yes, that's the whole focus. Yeah, under this full moon, you may also feel that things aren't clear, right? Because we know that the moon can be veiled, right? And even though the veil is thinner during this time, there's so much going on, so much vying for your attention, so much confusion. It's like a lot of chaos. That's why Spirit says calm down. I feel like the 7 of Cups. A lot is going on. A lot is vying for our attention. And some of what is happening or getting ready to happen doesn't deserve your attention at that level. Why? Your objective is to remain focused, clear, concise. Some of you with justice at the center are going through a legal situation in which Spirit is saying calm down, cooler heads prevail. Key word is prevailing, right? Winning, getting through, positively favored, okay? I also see the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, and the World, 3 majors diagonally, which tells me whatever is gonna happen, the wheel is destiny and fate, saying if it's destined and fated, it is gonna happen. And it could be regarding a legal situation. You could think it's going one way and it ends up going the total opposite, because these major arcanas are here. It ends differently, because this is not only any old type of ending. It's an ending in your favor. It's a successful ending. It's an ending that brings about a positive beginning. Absolutely. I also see with the Five of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the World, could be that somebody is jealous of you. Somebody is jealous of you seeming like you have it all together. With the Nine of Cups, sitting pretty is what I hear. They're jealous of the fact that things seem to be going in your favor, but we always are looking through a very narrow lens. We don't know what's going on in everybody else's life. So people, though, may be looking at you like that because this is the appearance that you portray, and they're jealous of that. Maybe they don't feel like their wishes are coming true, or they're pursuing their path, right? Regardless, that outside validation, I don't feel that you need that. Spirit is talking about you prevailing, and when I look at you yourself prevailing, I see the Page of Pentacles. I see the Justice card, you getting what you deserve, going after it, being balanced, being at peace, being tranquil. And I also see the King or Queen of Wands, that Sagittarian energy that's just unstoppable. The right amount of courage and confidence, the right amount of assertiveness, right? All of that is what I see when you choose to prevail rather than get caught up. I also see some of us do have an option here, because these are only possibilities. In the future energy, I do see a new beginning coming, future energy, but I also see the Six of Wands reverse, meaning somebody may not give you the recognition that you deserve. When you look at the Five of Wands, right? You deserve something, fair treatment. But when people are judging you based on the outside, they often get it wrong. And if we allow that one person, for some of us, it is one person that could reject you, and that could throw you off. Not everybody has the same effect on us, right? It depends upon how much we care about that person criticizing or coming at us, gossiping, talking, showing our shadow side, provoking it. Okay. Yeah, Spirit is saying really watch out for that, because if you get caught up in that side and you don't redirect your energy, it's not going to be successful with the Six of Wands. And that's the choice we have, right? We have free will of how we're going to handle every situation. This is future energy, though it doesn't have to be. Okay, what else does the collective need to know under this strawberry full moon? Very chaotic, Seven of Cups. That's what I was feeling. Chaos. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is the Seven of Cups. And that's just what's happening now. I'm trying to do this reading, and there's so many interruptions, so many things vying for your attention. But this is a lot of confusion, mayhem. Somebody is really... This is gossip. This is... Right. They want to capture your attention, but Spirit wants you to change your perspective. Regardless of what's happening around you. Oh my goodness. Interruptions. Right. Maintain your focus on what you're trying to prevail at. Right. Four of Cups. Going the other way is going to make you feel discontent, making you feel fear, doubt. It won't work out. Things won't happen for me. This is what this Five of Wands wants you to think, right? They don't want you to think upon achieving. But with the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, and the World here, that's exactly what you're going to do. After hearing this, let them fight with themselves. It's hard to fight with people that aren't giving you that attention. This is what I'm being told. Yeah, they're going to watch you. They're going to learn something from the way that you handled this situation. Also, within this situation, you're a teacher. You may not even know it, but you are the king of queen of wands, and they're mature, you know, and there could be some pages that are looking up to you. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, right? To see how you handle all of this conflict. But you're calm, you're cool, you're collected, right? You're blessed. Rising above. See the wisdom? You've gone through a lot in the past. And now you know what to commit your energies to. A lot of what is saying, you can't even believe that, because under moon energy, and this time with all of these planets active, vying for your attention, it's like you cannot believe everything that you see. Neptune is in there, so there are illusions. And that's why you need to just focus on whatever you're passionate about, your mission in life. You think you're destined and fated to do, the direction that you're headed in. Focus on that. Do not get caught up in world events or anything that's happening. Why, Moody? Because it's going to change. Because what you see may not even be true. Because right now, what's most important for you is to remain cool, calm, and collective. And that means not get caught up in the BS. Oh boy, what else? Definitely the king or queen is wise, all right? And they've been here before. World discord. Yes. Family. Look. This is why we gotta calm down too, because this is a spiritual war between God and Satan, basically. They are the powers, and our job is to just speak up on mistruths, anything that's unjust, not to let it go. Not to let it go. I was feeling all that protest, and we are to protest, but peacefully. Yeah, I was thinking Martin Luther King, peacefully, because what good is it if we are in jail, right? Or dead, or our goal is to be able to represent over and over, to be there and represent our cause, right? This is spiritual warfare at its fullest right now. I just feel like it's a Pepsi bottle and that lid is getting ready to explode. Yeah, and here comes the Five of Swords, that fight. Plus, you know, Uranus is very rebellious. Uranus and Mars, that energy is Aries and Aquarius. Mars and Uranus, that's a fight. That's the Five of Swords. And that also, I feel like we're being pulled into that energy. They want us to. Like, they're egging us on, like, but Spirit says, calm down, cooler heads prevail at this time. What else, Spirit? What else? Okay, nothing with that. Okay. Okay. What else, Spirit, does the collective need to know under this full moon in Sagittarius? Calm down. Yeah, this is that ego being triggered, us being vulnerable, when we are all excited, and that causes us to do things that we would not normally do, and that makes us vulnerable. And Spirit doesn't want us to allow anything to trigger us today. For really the rest of June, I'm feeling this. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. Like, the tide is definitely moving, which is heightening feelings and emotions, which is making people do things that they wouldn't normally do. And that's why Spirit says, calm down. This is a time for you to calm down. Also, the full moon is a time of revelation, to recognize what is entrapping us, who is entrapping us, who is triggering us, who is making us want to act outside of ourselves. Because for some of us, we're dealing with that personally, and Spirit wants you to spotlight that right now, because unless you are totally aware of it, you cannot deal with it. Absolutely. He's ready to break this chain. It feels almost impossible, like you're not going to be able to break that apart. But the tide is changing, and that's why you have the world in future energy, because the world is basically telling you it is going to end. Something's going to end, and something new is going to replace that. But we have to decide on what we're going to focus on how we're going to prevail, and what we're going to let go of. Some of this isn't even yours, and even if it does involve you, sometimes we have to be able to assess how important is it in the scheme of things, because it's about focusing on this empty energy with the Four of Cups, right? Something that's not really going to fulfill you, or turning that around and just focusing on your fulfillment, remaining calm, focused, and that is what is allowing you to prevail. But of course, we always have choices. Or everything in life is a choice. As soon as we get out of bed, put our feet on the ground, and begin to move, we're making choices. So whatever, something's going to trigger you. Something's going to make you feel trapped. All these swords, somebody's going to want to pick a fight. I don't care if it's on the bus, at work, in your house, wherever. Your objective is not to let them trigger you, not to feel trapped or attached to any negative energy at this time. It's going to bring anxiety with the Seven of Cups. Anxiety, depression, and misery loves company. That's the other thing. They want you to get right on it with them. What did you call me? What did you say? All this agitation. I just feel that today is a day like that. If it's not for you today, just be aware of it. Okay? For the rest of the week, the rest of the month. Calm down, cooler heads, prevail. And this is what prevailing looks like. It's ascending obstacles. Prevailing is when you transcend obstacles, because, right, you've learned to discern what deserves your attention and what doesn't. That elevates you to a new phase in life. When you can control, that's what being in your power is. Controlling yourself does control everything around you. Absolutely. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah. And also, once you are in control of yourself, Spirit says, be lighthearted. Pay attention to the things coming to the light, because the full moon is visible. You can see it, right? So things will come to light. They will be visible for you to address them. And the best way to address them is to calm down, is to think with a cool head, is to remember to continue to focus on prevailing. That's what I have for you, collective. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment. Until the next moon phase. Namaste.